Do you ever feel like your life is a never-ending to-do list where every new notification screams for your immediate attention? We live in a world that constantly demands our focus, pulling us in 1,000 different directions. This relentless barrage of tasks, emails, and perceived urgencies leaves many feeling overwhelmed, perpetually behind, and unable to concentrate on what truly matters. This isn't just about being busy. It's about being trapped in a cycle of reactivity, constantly putting out fires and rarely making progress on our most important goals. We mistake busyness for productivity and constant motion for meaningful action. But there's a brutal difference. Are you busy or are you productive? Today, we will expose the tyranny of the urgent. We will explore how modern society and technology create a false sense of criticality, making everything seem immediate, even when it's not. More importantly, we will show you how to break free from this trap by adopting a more strategic and philosophical approach to time management and prioritization. This is about reclaiming your focus, directing your energy towards what truly matters, and, ultimately, living a life of profound peace and purpose. The illusion of urgency, a modern trap. Modern life is designed to keep us in a state of perpetual urgency. Our phones buzz with notifications, our inboxes overflow, and social media feeds constantly refresh with new content. Every ping, every alert, every headline is engineered to grab our attention, creating a psychological pull that is hard to resist. This constant stimulation creates an illusion that everything is critical, everything needs immediate action. But is it? Often, what feels urgent is merely a distraction, a low-value task masquerading as a high-priority one. We become conditioned to respond instantly, to react rather than to think, to prioritize the demands of others over our own deepest intentions. The psychological impact of living in this reactive state is profound. It leads to fragmented attention, increased stress, and a pervasive sense of being overwhelmed. Our brains are not designed for this constant switching. They thrive on focused, sustained attention. When we are constantly responding to external stimuli, we lose the capacity for deep work, for creative thought, and for meaningful reflection. We become slaves to the immediate, sacrificing our long-term goals for fleeting moments of perceived accomplishment. This isn't an accident. Many systems, from social media algorithms to workplace cultures, are built to exploit our natural inclination towards urgency. They profit from our fragmented attention, from our fear of missing out, and from our desire to be seen as responsive and efficient. But true efficiency and true freedom lies in discerning what truly matters and dedicating your energy there, regardless of the noise. Stoic wisdom: control what you can. To break free from the tyranny of the urgent, we can turn to ancient wisdom, particularly the philosophy of Stoicism. The Stoics understood that true freedom isn't about having endless time, but about mastering the time you have. Their core teaching, the dichotomy of control, is incredibly relevant today. Focus your energy only on what is within your power. What is within your power? Your thoughts, your actions, your responses, and your priorities. What is outside your power? The demands of others, unexpected events, and the constant stream of external information. By internalizing this principle, you stop fighting against the uncontrollable and start directing your precious energy towards what you can actually influence. This means recognizing that while you cannot control every notification or every request, you can control how you respond to them. You can choose to pause, to evaluate, and to decide whether something truly warrants your immediate attention. This isn't about ignoring responsibilities, it's about responding intentionally rather than reactively. The Stoics knew that true peace comes from aligning your will with reality. In our modern context, this means accepting that the world will always present urgent demands, but refusing to let those demands dictate your life. It's about cultivating an inner fortress of calm and focus, where you decide what gets your attention, not the external world. This philosophical shift is the first crucial step towards reclaiming your time and focus. The urgent versus the important Covey's matrix. One of the most powerful tools for reclaiming your time comes from Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, the urgent, important matrix. This simple yet profound framework helps you distinguish between tasks that demand immediate attention and those that truly contribute to your long-term goals. Imagine a 4-quadrant matrix. Quadrant 1. Urgent and important. These are crises, pressing problems, and deadlines. They demand immediate attention. Think a medical emergency or a critical project deadline. While unavoidable, spending too much time here leads to stress and burnout. Quadrant 2. Not urgent, but important. This is the quadrant of quality, personal growth, and long-term planning. Think building relationships, strategic planning, exercise, learning new skills, or proactive problem prevention. These tasks often get neglected because they don't scream for attention, but they are crucial for long-term success and well-being. Quadrant 3. Urgent but not important. These are interruptions, some emails, certain meetings, and many phone calls. They feel urgent because they demand an immediate response, but they don't contribute to your core values or goals. This is the quadrant of deception, where we often spend too much time feeling busy but achieving little of significance. Quadrant 4. Not urgent and not important. These are time wasters. Some social media scrolling, excessive entertainment, trivial pursuits. They offer little value and should be minimized. The key to breaking free from the tyranny of the urgent lies in spending more time in Quadrant 2. This requires proactive planning, saying no to Quadrant 3 demands, and consciously prioritizing what truly matters. It's about shifting from a reactive mindset to a proactive one, where you control your schedule rather than letting your schedule control you. Your life is a garden. Are you constantly pulling weeds, Quadrant 3, or are you cultivating the plants that truly matter, Quadrant 2? The choice of where you invest your time determines the harvest you reap. If this exploration into reclaiming your time and focus resonates with you, and you're finding value in these insights, consider subscribing to our channel. We regularly publish solutions to modern problems, empowering individuals to master their minds, understand human nature, and forge lives of true power. Your support helps us continue to create content that helps you live a more intentional and fulfilling life. Strategies for reclaiming focus. Acts of self-mastery. Now that we understand the nature of the urgent trap and the importance of prioritizing, let's dive into practical strategies for reclaiming your focus. These aren't just tips, they are acts of self-mastery, deliberate choices that empower you to direct your most precious resource, your attention. 1. Cultivate intentional disconnection, digital detox. Our devices are designed to be addictive. To break their hold, practice intentional disconnection. Schedule specific times for checking emails and social media rather than being constantly available. Turn off non-essential notifications. Create technology-free zones in your home, like the bedroom or dining table. Consider a weekly digital detox, even for a few hours. The goal is not to abandon technology, but to use it as a tool, not to be used by it. 2. Set clear boundaries. Learn to say no. This is perhaps the most powerful word in your vocabulary when it comes to protecting your time and focus. Say no to requests that don't align with your priorities. Say no to interruptions during your deep work sessions. Communicate your boundaries clearly and respectfully. Remember, saying no to something unimportant is saying yes to something important. Schedule deep work. Identify your most important high-leverage tasks, those Quadrant 2 activities. Then schedule dedicated, uninterrupted blocks of time for them. Treat these appointments with yourself as sacred. Close all distractions. Inform others of your unavailability and immerse yourself fully in the task. This is where true progress is made, where complex problems are solved, and where creativity flourishes. 4. Batch similar tasks. Instead of constantly switching between different types of tasks, group similar activities together. For example, process all your emails at specific times of the day, rather than responding to each one as it arrives. Make all your phone calls at once. This reduces context-switching costs and improves efficiency. 5. Regularly review priorities. Life is dynamic, and priorities can shift. Take time each week or even each day to review your goals and priorities. Ask yourself, what is truly important right now? Am I spending my time on what matters most? This regular check-in ensures that you remain aligned with your values and are not simply reacting to the latest urgent demand. 6. Embrace the power of the pause. Before reacting to an urgent request or notification, take a brief pause, a deep breath. Ask yourself, is this truly urgent? Is this truly important? This small moment of reflection can prevent you from falling into the reactive trap and allow you to respond intentionally. These strategies, when consistently applied, will empower you to reclaim your time, sharpen your focus, and direct your energy towards building a life that is truly meaningful to you. They are not about doing more, but about doing what matters most. The freedom of deliberate action, living an intentional life. Breaking free from the tyranny of the urgent leads to a profound sense of freedom. It's the freedom that comes from living intentionally rather than reactively. It's the peace of mind that arises when you know you are directing your life, not being swept along by its currents. When you master the art of distinguishing between the urgent and the important, you gain control over your most precious resource, your time. This control translates into greater productivity, reduced stress, and a deeper sense of fulfillment. You move from a state of constant busyness to one of purposeful action. This isn't about achieving perfection, it's about continuous improvement. It's about making small, consistent choices that align with your values and your long-term vision. Each time you choose the important over the urgent, you reinforce your commitment to an intentional life. The profound peace that comes from living deliberately is a reward in itself. It allows you to engage more deeply with your work, your relationships, and your passions. It frees up mental space for creativity, reflection, and genuine connection. It transforms your life from a chaotic scramble into a purposeful journey. What urgent task are you prioritizing today that isn't truly important? Identify one area of false urgency to eliminate this week. Start small, but start now. Your freedom begins with a single conscious choice.